What is up, everyone? How's everyone doing today? This is Dave here. I've got the homie Jonte on the line today. So Jonte, pipe in and let's do a quick mic check and make sure that's all working. How's his sound quality, guys? Can you guys hear Jonte okay? Okay. Hopefully. Uh-oh. Shish says he hears nothing. Okay, that's a problem. Just me. Okay. So that's on my end. It's a new conversation. New group options. Okay, let me try something else here. Okay, so you guys can't hear him? Okay, let me work on some stuff here. Sound. Correct text. Okay, how do I I am using Google Hangouts. Make sure you set up the audio in OBS. Use the same output as Discord for a device audio or for a desktop audio device. Okay, so all right. So where's my output here? Settings, output. Oh, there's audio. Desktop audio device. Okay, there's microphone. Let's try this. Okay, I'm gonna try a couple different things and see if that works.
Hello, can you hear me?
Let me know if you guys can hear him now. I tried to test the setup.
Speakers equals headphones usually. I'm not sure what that means.
Oh, we can hear him.
That works.
Awesome.
Okay. Yes.
Shish,
hello, everybody.
You are the man.
How is my volume?
He's kind of loud. Okay, let me lower him. All right. Okay, let me just try lowering my overall sound here. Jonte, go ahead and talk and see if the...
Yes, I will try to talk. I told Dave I'm a bad improviser.
Okay, how's he doing on volume now?
Hello.
Dave got low, Jonte got loud. Oh, great. Okay.
That was before you meddled, I think.
So let me try pumping that one up and lowering this one. How about now, guys? Great?
Great.
Somebody just said great.
Al Tango said great.
Awesome. Everyone else, can everyone else verify he's good? Volume's good? We're all good?
Yeah. Let's see.
Well, nobody else is saying anything, so I'm gonna just get this show on the road then. Sounds good. Awesome. Jonte is still a bit loud. Thank you, Jonte. Okay. Can you lower your mic a little bit on your end, or are you just on? You're on the phone, right?
I'm not sure how to do that. Is that would be in Google Hangouts? I will have to go into.
Okay, I lowered you just a touch. Checking in between diaper changes. Holy moly! FZ, you guys had the baby? Why am I just now hearing about this, buddy? So just a heads up, Z Ven Fong is FZ Ven. And Shish Kababer says a little and says it's okay. Sorry, he came 2 weeks early. He came 2 days ago. Congratulations, buddy. That's awesome.
Wow. Congrats, FZ.
All right. Okay. So yeah, that's
Do I
awesome,
need
buddy.
to do anything with my mic volume here, or is it all good?
Got too caught up for any announcement. Love you guys. Awesome. That's so awesome, man. Congrats. That's really great. See, I've got Jonte as lowered as possible. He's actually a volume level of 3 on my desktop, 3 out of 100. So I can barely hear him, but you guys are saying he's too loud. So I think we're just gonna have to work with what we've got to work with here. So let's get some hellos to some of these guys here. So first off, hello, Krusty. How's it going, buddy? Shishk, you are the man with audio. So thank you so much for that. We got DSM. Awesome to have you here, buddy. We got Tango in. We got D'Angelo James. We got Disableed. We got everybody here. We got all the cool people. We got Jeremy Jacobs in here a little earlier. And Bon Jiggly, the man himself. Awesome. All right. So we're going to be doing a stream of Angry Sparrows. We got the homie, the leader, Jonte of Angry Sparrows here, founder of Angry Sparrows. And why don't you talk about your team a little bit, and then we'll get to the hits.
Oh, wow. Yes. My name is not Jonte. You say Jonte. It's my name is Jonathan, and in Sweden we call not every Jonathan, but it's a common nickname. Yes, I am the leader of Angry Sparrows. It was founded, I'm not sure, 280 something days ago, maybe. So we're creeping up on 1 year, and it's been an amazing journey to build this team. As many of you know, it was the last team I was in the Angry family was sabotaged, and I didn't want to let them win, so I created a new team, and the whole family backed me up and filled it with intel and players in like 7 hours or so.
Wow, that's fast.
And it was, yeah, the whole family pitched in. That's the brief story. It's named after my account that I keep in there. Chimse is sparrow in Vietnamese. So
that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I've been saying your name still wrong this entire time.
Yep.
Oh man. Okay, so I want to get this right. How do I say it again? Because I keep screwing this up.
Jonte.
Jonte.
Yes.
Okay.
That would work.
All right.
Yep. That
Awesome.
would work.
Okay, I can do that. I can remember that. Hey, Goran, how's it going, buddy? Awesome. Okay, so how do I say who I refer to as Nixon? How do I say his name properly?
Knixon.
Knixon. Is that right?
Knixon. Yep.
Okay. All right. Awesome, man. Oh, I'm sorry for butchering your name this whole time. I do apologize for that. It's definitely not on purpose. What app are we going to be streaming?
It's the one from 3 days, 4 hours ago.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so this is Forlorn Hope, guys. They got this one here. If you notice, Oplog looks pretty nice. You guys on a streak.
It does. We've had a couple of rough ones, mainly on Forlorn Hopes. We sometimes struggle a bit.
Yeah, and that happens. I mean, sometimes you just can't, help the roll. Sometimes you get like 6 shield bases, and I mean.
Yeah, of course, it is rough. And some like even turtles would struggle with this one. So.
Exactly. Hey, Johnny, how's it going? Okay, so Oplog overall looks good. Looks like you guys crush massive attack every time. So this, just a heads up, if you guys don't already know, Sparrows runs Forlorn Hope and massive attack. They're a split level team. They run both ops. I believe they run, I want to say massive attack 4 days a week and Forlorn Hope 3 days a week or something like that. Am I close?
It's the other way around. 4 Forlorn Hopes.
Okay, so 4 Forlorn Hopes a week and 3 massive attacks a week. And it seems like they crush massive attack. And and overall are crushing Forlorn Hope here as well. So this is good stuff.
Yeah, it's truly a great team. Everyone is very good, and it's really a pleasure leading these guys.
That's awesome to hear, man. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's get this show on the road here. So I'm going to start this off with Titan, if that's all right, because it looks like the very first hit, and it was a solo, so it seems a pretty good start.
Yeah, sure.
Who is this?
This is Zaid.
Okay.
He is recently moved up from Crabs, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Crabs.
Okay, so this person, Saeed, is 6 GBE, 4 troop damage, and they're hitting, what's that, a 1.9 million Titan?
Yep, 1.9, just over 1.9.
Okay, and he's going to solo this. This is awesome. All right, let's speed this up a bit here.
A 6-4 account.
Okay. He flares up to the right spot. I actually like that flare slightly lower. I would say about 3 or 4 tiles closer to the beach.
I usually put it up there.
You put it up there?
What
Okay. It worked okay. I didn't see any issue.
I see many people often put that flare a little too far right to the left, and they get
absolutely. And then they'll start straddling the rocket launchers on the way up.
Yep.
So
this needs to be close to the camera.
5 shocks, all in the proper order. And if you notice, guys, he got this flamethrower sitting right next to the troops with the boom cannon and the shock launcher. So, I mean, that was a precision shock to lead it off, plus
and the last shot after shocks went out.
Oh, we got the homie Cassell in here. Oh, my goodness. Awesome to see you, bro. And this Saeed guy opens us up like a champ. 1.9 mil. Titan goes down easily. And I like that he used brick. I get so much pushback from everybody that says, oh, no, that's a bullet hit all day. But it's like, this is Jonte Cassell, leader of Angry Sparrows. Yes, Titan hit was perfect. That was a great way to start us off on that one. I like that very much.
I think it was his first, maybe second hit on this team.
Well, that's a good way to start in a new team. Usually guys have like first hit jitters.
Yep, always a breezy.
That's awesome.
I'm thinking maybe Waterloo next.
Okay, let's pull up Waterloo. All right.
It was,
hey Arash, how's it going? Arash is one of our new Angry Monkeys. Came over from Leyendas, who unfortunately they ended up closing down, but he's been a good addition. Hey DSM, how's it going, buddy?
This Waterloo was a little bit rough, a little bit windy.
This is sick. How do I say his name?
Who?
The guy who's hitting right now.
CIC, I believe.
You just call him CIC?
Yeah, I think of it that way anyway.
Okay. I call him sick. I try and like say it as a word instead of saying, saying the letter. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly, my track record on saying names. I can't. I don't think I'm right on anybody.
This guy is from Cornwall in southern Britain.
Oh, that's awesome.
He is a sailor. I got his bio for the upcoming tournament. Our match is coming up in a couple of weeks, so
awesome.
I've been collecting bios for that one.
Oh my gosh, this is a sexy path. Holy moly.
Yeah, nailing this.
Oh my goodness, this is awesome. Nice double smoke at the end. And so he's got 1, 2, 3, like 5 shocks. Oh, wait, 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, 5 shocks. And he nails
look
this.
At that top shock. That's a pimp shock right there.
Did he get the Doom Cannon even with that shock too?
Yep.
Oh my goodness, that was beautiful.
That is a pixel shock, if anything is.
Wow. That was nice. That was really nice. I don't know how he didn't down it. Well, you know what? It was over 2 million.
Yeah, it was. I don't think I've seen a Waterloo that high health.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow. Okay, that was a great hit, man. First 2 hits are awesome.
And this guy, CIC, he was just moved up to Assassins, I think, yesterday.
Oh, that's awesome. So CIC is now an assassin. That's great. He was kind of the main guy. He's been the number 2 in Angry Pit Bulls for a while, and they've had a couple of leader changes over the last like 6 months, but he's always kind of been the one constant in there. So yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so big shout out real quick before we move on to the next hit to DSM, who's in the chat, has dropped some mud. I don't know if some of you guys noticed, you may have gotten notifications from me. I was testing some settings. I was trying to convert over Streamlabs. I had to work some kinks out. I think I got most of them out. I just didn't want to risk doing the Streamlabs string and having Jonte because I've never actually had somebody on with me before, so I wanted to make sure that, you know, I wasn't trying to add too much too soon. So he actually helped me out a lot with those testing. So I really want to let him know I appreciate that. The homie Krusty says, higher you can get mid flare, the better in my opinion. Not as big of a deal to lose delay down low if Sparky gets too far ahead. Would rather lose delay down there and then up top. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so Goran says new assassin as well. Sick. Harry was our CIC was in Pit Bulls. Yeah. All right. So sweet. Okay, that was a great start on Waterloo. Wow.
Yep.
I haven't hit Waterloo in forever. I tried that new path where you kind of go straight up because the path I'm used to, like I said, it's been a long time since I hit Waterloo, is the old red arrow magic path. You go from the far left and kind of cut in, and this one's a lot more efficient. You can keep your troops straight, but I tried it one time and I hit like 15 mines, I swear. So this guy definitely pulled it off much better than I would have. So this
you can't teach an old dog how to sit, right?
Exactly. All right, so let's see here. Okay, so Dadon, 6 GB electric damage and bullet. So who's this?
This is Dadon. He is an ex-wolf. Let's see, maybe a month ago or a few weeks, he moved up to us. And he's been doing good. Struggling a little bit with strategy differences. He likes to use bullet a lot. And
so he's like the homie.
I don't mind bullets. It's really, it has to make sense, you know. If you can't do 5 shocks with brick, then do brick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's my feeling in regards to, oh, he hit a mine. Oh, no. Oh, no. And then he tried to do a bullet shock and shocked a bunch of his troops. So this isn't going to go well at all. So at the end, he just has bullet left. Oh, that's unfortunate, man.
Yeah, it was just unlucky.
Well, and I think the reason why he would use bullet in this situation, especially if he's a relatively new move up, is he's probably not comfortable with that pimp shock, getting the doom cannon, the machine guns, the rocket launcher, and the flamethrower all in one. So I can understand him kind of being timid in regards to that. So that makes sense.
But one thing about these kinds of bullet hits is I personally find it harder. It's riskier because if you miss that bullet shock, then it's over.
Exactly, you're screwed.
And the further up on the map you are, the harder it's going to be to hit that shock.
Absolutely.
Right?
I agree. I only really use bullet, not so much for core rushes. I mean, maybe if you have like a nasty chimera and you got like 27 rockets you got to worry about. But for the most part, bullet to me is, you know, you clear, you get them at an angle where there's not too much behind them. Or you're behind, you know, where the troops are, and he takes, you know, the hits. I really only use bullet like on spine for duplexity. I mean, there's some other good uses for them. Oh, geez. So who is this? Tell us about this person.
Noob Zone. We call him Noob. This is the thing. I am a terrible leader because I can't remember anything about anybody ever. I don't remember where they're from. I don't remember what I hit last stop. Let's see if I don't think I have an old. I'm fairly sure he is from Crabs.
Okay.
And yeah, what can I say? He's doing great.
Oh, that's good.
I don't know very much about him personally, I'm afraid.
Well, I know he nailed the bullet shock. So that's awesome. So he nails the bullet shock, and it's only 2 shocks up top once you nail it. But you're not going to do the mega damage like CIC did at the very beginning.
No, exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, a serviceable hit and got it down. So that's great. So Waterloo in 3, and it was an ugly Waterloo too. So that's that's pretty good.
Easy. I avoided it. I admit that.
All right. So Cassell says I'm using even an older path for Lou, the good old flare behind the shock launchers. Oh yeah, I've done that.
Oh wow,
oh yeah,
that's really cool.
Krusty says that's why you have codes, Jonte or Jonte.
Yeah, I know.
Awesome.
I could not do this without my co-leaders. They are doing an amazing job, putting in a lot of work.
That's awesome. So what base are we going to do next?
Either Titanic or Chimera, I think.
Okay, let's do Titanic.
Yeah, I think that's...
All right, so... oh, couple random rockets down here. Overall, pretty standard. Well, you got this beach rocket launcher. Oh, and these lower ones. Oh, actually, so there's some random stuff in here. This is not a standard easy Titanic. Okay.
I find Titanic this is Helfred. He is a long time Sparrow. From the beginning, he was in Angry Boomers as well. He's one of the few who stayed. So I've been playing with this guy for really 1.5 years, maybe. I think so.
Okay, that's
and awesome. He's our quiet beast. He doesn't talk like ever. Just, hey guys, check this base, and then he goes. But he's a really good player.
Awesome. All right, well, let's see what he does here.
I tried to move him up, but he doesn't want to.
So this is a beefy Titanic here too, as well.
Yeah. I find Titanic is often very deceiving. It's much harder than it looks.
Absolutely. All right, so he nailed. What did I count? 1, 2, 3, 4. Unfortunately, he didn't get the shock on these lower. The machine down here at like 6-ish, 6 to 7 o'clock.
And he missed the machine gun as well.
Oh, he missed the machine gun next to the troops?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay. So, unfortunately, it wasn't his best stuff, but he still got a third off the core, which isn't bad for, what is this, like a 2.5, 2.6 mil core?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
We got a live hit, Dave.
I mean, it's not a bad start.
We got a live hit.
Let's see what else we've got here.
You can't hear me.
No, I heard you. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
We have a live hit.
Someone's live right now?
Yeah.
Well, let's watch him. Who's this?
This is Steve.
Okay.
Also known as Copy. He's also been with us for a long time. He was a co-leader for a period, and but he found it to be stressful. So he said to me that he wanted to stay on as an officer, and I respect that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. That's all right.
Oh,
is he gonna peek? No. Oh, okay.
We did this was like a prep hit. We did a prep hit first. We looked at this and said that, man, this is gonna take 5 hits or so. So we decided to. You see, he has hacked 3 rocket launchers already. Before.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a great way to start it out. That's awesome.
Yeah, make it a little bit easier.
Awesome. Okay. Well, we got the live hit out of the way. Sorry to put you on the spot, Steve. All right. So let's see what else we've got here. So we got Fred hit Titanic. Who's our next Titanic hitter here?
George.
Okay. Titanic is the worst base ever.
No, I would say probably like Spine, maybe the worst base ever.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, Duplexity is just an entirely different animal, but Titanic, like you said, it's just deceiving. It's not an easy base. Like even if we get it in monkeys, we'll note it for 2, and I'd be happy to get it in 2. A lot of times we don't even get it in 2 just because you just miss one tiny little shock, or like this guy just had, he unfortunately had a small gap. He's got half his troops gone already.
Yeah, he tried a 2-smoke flag landing. It didn't quite work out.
Is he flared on a defense? Because he's sitting really far away.
Yeah, he flared on the sniper tower.
Yeah.
So unfortunately,
yeah, with delay lost, he unfortunately lost all his troops there.
Maybe 4,000 damage. I don't know. I think I saw 3 Zukas firing or something.
So Saeed is in the house. How's it going, man?
Saeed,
he's the one that rocked Titan, right?
Yep, that's the one.
Hey, that was a great hit, Saeed. That was really impressive stuff, man. Poor Cassell says he always gets a 6+ shock Titanic anytime he hits it. All right, so let's go. What else we got here? Okay, Clinton on Titanic, 6 GBE, 4 troop damage. Tell us about this guy.
This is Clinton. He's Swedish. And Clinton is the Swedish kind of redneck nickname for Clint Eastwood.
Really?
Yep.
Awesome.
And funny thing about him is he moved to Sparrows some time ago, and I was like, I didn't know where he was from. And then we had a tight op, and I was like, man, how are we gonna beat this? And then he messaged me on band, and it was in Swedish. I was like, what? Mind blown.
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't know he was Swedish. So I was like, oh, great, man. Why aren't you in Swedish Royals? Where have you been? Like, it's completely...
And what did he say to that?
He's a really great player. Oh, awesome. I like him a lot.
So why isn't he in Swedish Royals?
He is now.
Oh, okay, awesome.
He has an alt in there.
Oh, that's awesome. So he actually had a pretty good rip because this thing had 2/3 health on it, and it's just down to probably a few hundred K. Yep. So definitely we'll take that. All right, so that was a good serviceable hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then who is this?
This is a Beach Dog.
Okay.
He is a former co-leader in Crabs.
Oh, nice. I knew I recognized the name. Unfortunately he's going to peek out the left a little bit. But the last 2 guys had gaps in between the 2 beach smokes.
Yep.
And he made sure he covered that gap. Unfortunately, he did lose a few Zukas, but not too many. Okay. Nice walk so far. This Titanic took us 4 hits, unfortunately. That's not bad for this beefy of a Titanic.
But it kind of is, because we try to do things the same way like the Forlorn Hope teams does.
Yeah.
Because we are a competitive team, but in reality we are still a training team. But we are like the last training team before moving up to the final step, you know. And I keep trying to push for the solos to be solos, you know, because that is where most ops are lost.
Absolutely.
And I see that everywhere. Like I'm not in Lions, but I have been, and I'm in Swedish Royals, Forlorn Hope's teams, and these hits are the most important to the operation as a whole, in my opinion.
I agree. Oh, that was a nice finish.
Yep.
Cassell says he's been playing with his crab account. We got mad squabbles in the house. What's going on, man? And then, you know, so Cassell's basically agreeing with you. Solos are lifesavers, and they really are. So, okay. Well, what are we going to do next? What base?
Chimera.
All right. Let's do Chimera. And 5 GB, 5 troop damage. I recognize the name on this account. This account always hits in our in All Hits Live. Anytime I put one on, that they're always signed up. So who is this?
This is I'm Groot.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
We saw a discussion on band recently when people found out that there were actually 2 Groots in the family.
Yes, there are. There's
one
guy
is in
Groot, and then there's the other guy that's I Am Groot, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And the other guy is in G-Vibe, I believe.
Oh, nice.
And I think that this I'm Groot is going to move there pretty soon if he keeps up what he's doing, because he is doing absolutely great. He is a very nice guy, very social, plans his hits, and he executes them.
Awesome. I like this play here. So first off, he started off with the 3 boat Bazookas to clear out the bottom left-hand corner rocket launchers. And then he flared on the very top cell and is just harvesting all the cells, which I like to see.
Yeah. And you flare onto a cell because you want the Bazookas to spread out all through the cells so
Absolutely.
they can farm faster.
Okay, now this flare point's high. It's a pretty, well, I don't know. I'm not sure what he's going to do here.
It's not a standard Chimera, so we altered the rush spot a little bit.
Okay. Well, you know what? There's usually a whole bunch of defenses around here where he's flaring on, but there's not on this setup, so it makes sense to get away from this, probably these lower mortars here. You don't want to mess with those.
And unfortunately, it was a little bit late on a smoke there, and Brick peaked.
Oh, okay. So he's peaked. Although he shot early and nailed it, so that's super smart. I see so many people peak, and then the whole hit's ruined.
Yeah, and this is like 2.7 million, if I'm reading. 2.8 million.
2.8
so
million core. So okay, so this is a really good hit considering he lost the delay. Had he kept the delay, he probably would have downed it.
Yep, he would. And that's a tip I can give you all. If you lose the delay, shock early. Don't try anything gangster. Shock early. You want to do at least a little bit of damage, you know, to help the next hitter out.
Absolutely. So a couple things. How's it going, Evil Beaver? How's it going, man? Yes, Cassell, there are 2 Groots. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. And Cassell's saying, I always enjoy seeing Brick on Chimera, as do I. So that was really nice. And then Krusty was going to do a Green Court Rush live, which I really want to see this, Krusty. So if you can make this happen, we will get it. Come on.
Go practice your shocks, Krusty.
We've still got plenty of hits to feature, so take your time and plan, and let us know when you're ready to go, and we'll tune in.
Of course.
So
I know,
let us
Krusty.
know if you can make that happen, Krusty. Okay, so while we're waiting on response from that, let's check out... Okay, Rock hits Chimera, and this one is using Bullet, which kind of makes sense because most of the cells are gone.
Yep. You don't have all the extra GBE this time.
Okay, we were talking earlier before the stream, how is the lag on this?
It's about 3 seconds, I believe.
Okay, so that's not too bad.
No, I had the sound on the stream just to check it, and it was a big echo on your speech. So.
Oh, okay.
It's a few seconds, not 15.
So that's not too bad.
No.
Okay, unfortunately, he does shock a few of his girls, but he nails off the bullet shock there, and and actually executes it well. I mean, gets the base down. This is good.
Yep.
So Cassell's
Solid
playing in a Turkish team, 50-man Forlorn Hope. Awesome. And you're playing it, Cassell, you're playing in a 50-man Forlorn Hope team with a Mega Crab account? Am I hearing that right? Only Maze and Chimera Rush. Yeah, I mean, if he's got a crab account, he's probably got like 7 or 8 troop damage. That's crazy.
This was the thing, by the way. He is also in Monkeys.
Who's also in Monkeys?
The thing. The guy
this
who
is
just...
the thing. Okay, I'm like, what thing are you talking about? Jeez Louise. So 181 for Cassell. So, okay, so this is the thing. Okay, this guy's a good player. He is in Monkeys. I remember he originally came to Monkeys, did a few hits, kind of had a few breezes, and kind of actually left us for a bit. And we're like, no, we don't allow rage quitters. So come on back. And ever since he came back, he's been doing really well. So he's a good player, and I'm glad he chose to stick around. So that's awesome. Yeah. Okay, so he finishes off Chimera for us. So what do we got next?
I missed this one. We have Orbifold on this op.
Oh, we got Orbi? Okay.
So we need to show Orbifold.
Okay. All right. I'm kind of shocked Orbi went so late in the op. Usually people see Orbi and it's like first 10 minutes of the op. It's, somebody's hitting it because it's what people are used to. It's usually, a relatively easy or solo.
Yeah, and the double dippers,
Yeah. What's the highest Chimera you solos? 3.7 million. I saw Tony Two Touch, leader of Turtles. He with a 3-7 account, 3 GB, 7 troop damage. I saw him take down a 3.5 million Chimera.
Yeah, that's insane.
With brick.
I think my record is 3.1 million.
Wow.
It was over 3 million. It was 6 troop damage on that account.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Oh,
it's
no,
a
he missed
great feeling.
Oh, no, that's unfortunate. You know why? Because that one's kind of, this one rocket launcher that he missed at 3 o'clock is just kind of sticking out there. It's not in the flow of his shock point. So that's a little bit unfortunate.
And it's only creeping into range.
Oh, really?
The splash damage killed like half the troops anyway. So
I've seen this account before. Who's this?
GM? No, who?
This one who's hitting Orbi second.
It is Ventrexor.
Oh, okay. That's what okay, that makes sense. So Ventrexor is a player in Monkeys as well, and he's been with us since the very start of Duplexity, and he's morphed into a pretty good Duplexity player. Kind of shocked to see him hitting Orbi.
I was towards the end of the op, I believe. We had like Chimera, Titanic, and Green Court left. So.
Oh, okay. All right, so he's not going to peak or anything, so he's looking good so far, and should be able to finish this as long as he nails the shocks. Perfect, and gets them all. He would have done mega damage on this base.
Yep, 2 million.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. Wait, are you judging, Dave?
I wanted to say the guy who opened this Orbifold, the GM account, that is Hogan.
Okay.
Don't want to forget anybody here. Hogan is from Iceland.
Oh, awesome.
And he was recently on a short break, but now he's back, and he's also a solid player.
They got a good soccer or football team out in Iceland. Their national team, I remember, made some noise in the World Cup the last time, if I remember correctly.
All right. I don't know anything at all about sports ever.
You're European and you don't know anything about football?
No.
Oh, my goodness. That's okay. No worries. All right. So what are we gonna do next? Which base?
I'm not sure. Let's do strategize.
Okay.
I don't remember specific layouts on this.
So we got a 5 GB, 5 troop damage. Tell us about who this is and
Arthur Tirona. We know him as Arthur. He's from Armenia, I believe.
oh, okay.
And he's been with us for a while. Really a good guy to have around. He is always happy, always making jokes.
Well, that's awesome. So he is gonna do. Oh, you guys have the shock blaster to deal with. That's kind of nasty.
Yeah.
So he's gonna try and get all the right shield generators on strategize here. So let's see how he does. So Evil Beaver says, "Is Jonte Dave?" No. I'm not sure what he means there. Yeah, he's on the call, but he's not me. And do you remember of EU Task Force? That seems familiar. That definitely rings a bell. But I can't say I specifically remember them, but the name definitely rings a bell. Like I know them from somewhere, just I can't remember where.
So he flared back down and collected bullet.
Okay,
for this one.
That's a smart play instead of getting the cannons teeing off on him. So that is really smart. I like that. Okay, so he gets both shield generators and re-smokes, and that's actually not a easy smoke to get bullet and your troops all in one. Unfortunately,
no, it isn't.
A bunch are going to stray on that one, but he can still do this with the amount of troops he has left.
It looks like he has like 30 or something.
Yeah. No worries, Beaver. No worries. I was just messing with you, buddy. Then do you remember a player, Atomic? Hell freaking yes, I remember a player, Atomic. Atomic is actually a good friend of mine. I was just chatting with him through private message and band, I want to say 2 days ago. Yeah, I've been with Atomic since before I joined the Angry family. I boomed with him in Heat Seekers. So I definitely know who that is, Disableed. He's going to nail this here. As long as he has another taunt. Oh! Darn it. Well, you know what? He mostly got this. That shield generator can be barded out, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what we ended up doing on this one.
Okay.
And it has a couple of boats left. Just clearing some beach cannons.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is a good serviceable hit. We'll take this for sure. Well, that's good to hear. Okay, so Atomic is in EU, and that's where Disableed came from. Okay, that's awesome. I keep trying to get Atomic in the Angry family, but he likes hopping around task force and like teaching people Zukas and just kind of playing at I don't know what EU's playing at, but he likes playing at not the highest level ops in the game, but like probably Dead End or something like that, or Deep Cut or Massive Attack, something like that. But he likes just meeting new people and showing new people the ropes and all that kind of stuff. He's kind of like a natural leader. He's a really good guy. So, all right. So Archer has a really good serviceable hit. That is a good start on Strategize. We will take that for sure. Okay. So who is this two characters?
This is Dox. He's also from Wolves. I believe he moved the same day as Dawn did. Dawn.
Oh, okay.
I'm really sorry. I don't know anything more.
You don't know much more. That's okay. No worries. Oh, yeah, he really is a great guy. That's awesome to see Disableed. Okay, so he has, what is it, 3 or 4 boats of Zukas here, and he's going to go for the top shield generator on the left side on Strategize, and so far he's smoking really well. I like that he's not taking bullet. I see a lot of people take bullet on this hit.
Yeah.
He can nail this in 3 shocks and a critter.
I think he's going to use...
Okay, so he's going to do a safe 4 shocks, and there's nothing wrong with that. Unfortunately, his shocks were a little late, so critters got eaten up, but he still takes down the shield generator, so that's awesome.
One thing on strategy is that the left side shield generator doesn't have as much space above it as the right one does. And
I never noticed that. You're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Yep. So you can't outrange those rocket launchers on the left.
Yeah, like you do on the right. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Okay, so we're gonna do grins here, which I'm gonna just 4x through because you need to on watching Grenadier shit. But he still has a hero left, so I assume he's gonna try and shock this or hack this shock launcher. But let's see what
I think that was the plan,
but I think he's using grins to farm because he probably really low on gunboat energy after that.
Yeah.
4 shocks and 10 smokes or whatever it was to get up there. And unfortunately, so he does the hack, pulls off the hack, but unfortunately he's out of gunboat energy and has no troops alive, so the attack just stops.
Yep, unfortunately.
Okay, so game needs guys like you described, Dave. Nice of him. Yeah, that's referring to Atomic. Yeah, he really is a good guy. I like him a lot. Atomic and I actually never even boomed on the same task force. Heatseekers had 3 task force. They had a little mini family going on there, and he was leader of, I think, the 2nd task force. I was a co, and then eventually for a short time the leader of the main task force. But we just kind of talked through ban and just kind of started up a friendship, and he's been a good guy. So okay, all right. So that was strategize. So we have the left shield down, most of the right shields down, and now we got to worry about the bottom left-hand corner and probably bombing out the top right. Okay, so this grappler makes this hit a pain because you can't gren this. Well, you couldn't gren it with the boom cannons anyways, though. So what's he going to do? Probably try and take this with bullet, or maybe just brick in a few shocks?
I think Yatsuka's.
Okay.
Because we still want to hack that shock launcher. And it's a short walk, 4 shocks, so you have a lot of leftover GB, so you can do the hack. I think he
accidentally deployed a boat of grenadiers here.
Yep. And that threw him off a little bit.
Yeah, I would imagine so. I'm going to scroll up because there's going to be these little rockets that are going to be in range here. Hey, Tom, how's it going, buddy? So he pulls off 4 shocks, does 2 shots on the lower shield generator, and 2.5 on the top one.
No.
You can probably bomb those. I don't know how healthy these SGs are, but okay. So he's gonna pull off the hack here as well. Does he have any boats or anything left? Hopefully the same thing doesn't happen to him.
He threw some barrages.
Same thing did happen to him.
But he did throw some barrages, but
yeah, he threw barrages right before he hacked to keep the attack going. But I think once those died off, then the remote control and the attack stopped. So okay.
So now we're up for a little bit of a cleanup hit here.
Okay, that makes sense. So I don't know how to say his name. Is it Johnny or Joni Das? Saying that remote hack is coming. I think so. Yeah, I did. Somebody say that we're gonna have remote hack this weekend, and then hoping that Angry Turtles can take down Duplexity. That should be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. But otherwise, I
all the
consider
homies in the house. We got Shish Kebaba, we got Tom, and Cassell, and then of course several others that have been here as well. So just want to give a big shout out to those guys. My next project is it's Joni, aka Tech. So is that the same thing as Tony, or is it? I'm not understanding that, Tom. Okay. And you know, it's probably because I can't say anybody's name correct, so, so we're just gonna move on here. Okay, so we got D's Nuts. I know who this guy is. This guy's one of the co's in Wolves, if I remember correctly.
Yep. And he's also a co-leader in Sparrows.
And he's a co-leader for you too. That's awesome.
Yep.
Okay, so he's gonna be the third one to hack this, but he's not saving it till the end. He's just gonna do it right now.
Just to be sure.
Yeah. I don't think he needed that third smoke, but it's kind of one of those better be safe than sorry. You don't want to mess up the first part, the very first thing you do on the hit. So I understand that.
Yep.
Okay, so he's going to get the hack off, and that shock launcher finally dies. Okay, yeah, Tech Tony. Okay. Oh, he's saying it's Requiem. If you have a troop health, you can actually take down all left strat shields in one hit. I've seen it without a troop health too. Okay, so he's barding that out.
That has to be a favorable layout if you want to pull that off.
Exactly. Oh, unfortunately, these machine guns took off a whole bunch of his troops. But you know what? This is a good cleanup. He bombed out the top shield generator. The left ones are basically dead. And the rusher is now nice and set up. So this is definitely working out here.
So a little bit background on the planning of this op. It was kind of a misunderstanding at the beginning because I had my 4-6 account in and I wanted to hit the Chimera. And then someone checked Chimera and one of my co-leaders said, yeah, sure, go ahead, man. So someone hit the Chimera and I was like, okay, man, where am I going to hit with my limited GBE? So I looked at the op and I was like, okay, maybe I can do strategize. It's quite healthy, but it's going to be really tight on GBE.
All right. Well, this is you, if I remember correctly.
This is me, one of my alts.
So this is what, 1.9-ish million?
Yep. And I said to these nuts that you cannot touch those power cells at all. I need all 4 of them.
Oh, okay. So you'd already calculated out your gunboat energy even before he went. That's impressive. Yeah. Okay. That's good planning. Awesome. Yeah, Tom, we got Jonte on the call, and this is my first ever call. We talked about getting him on before, but I'm like, I got to figure out how to do it. So today we talked about it again, and I was just like, yeah, I'll just figure it out. And so we were able to. Shish helped out a ton, and so we got it working. And unfortunately, did you peak or were you just late on shocks? Because I noticed
I peaked below the sniper towers.
Okay.
I lost the delay
on the walk. And unfortunately, we were just a hair late and couldn't get it down. I think you would have got it down otherwise. Your shocks were on point. Yeah. Everything was good. It just, sometimes that happens. So.
And it made this up really, really tight.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you guys finished it in all 25. So.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got Krusty, and he's probably our 5th or 6th attacker on Strategize, which some of these beefy strats, can be 5 or 6 hits. It happens.
It was six hits.
Now I know Turtle is going to say this if he watches this. Tell me, why didn't you guys free snipe this one?
Yep.
And the only reason why I ask is I noticed up top here the shock launchers aren't there.
Yeah.
But, it does take, I have this question all the time in monkeys. A lot of times they'll say, "Hey, let's free snipe," let's say jawline or something like that. We don't have a ton of guys that are super proficient hackers, and we may need them on like motherboard or spine or something like that. So sometimes on these calls, the base may look like it's a better free snipe, but you've got to use your resources appropriately. And so that may have been what happened here. I'm not sure. I think you guys could have got it in less hits with the free snipe. And I'm not usually a big fan of the free snipes, but since those shock launchers were gone, I was just thinking about that.
My argument is that the standard hits are always easier and safer.
I agree, because it's what guys are used to. Because if they're having to make stuff up on the fly, that's when mistakes happen.
And also on this level, they come from wolves or crabs. Most of these guys.
Yes.
And they teach the standard hits, So
exactly. So basically, you're adjusting for the talent and the strengths of your players, which is exactly the way to do it. So these guys are Casella's having a good time here. J-Train and Turtle messing up with everyone's settings. Krusty says, "Dang, that was a clean rush with awesome shocks." Yes, it was very nice, Krusty. Very nice. Yeah, Turtle loves his free snipes, Tom. He really does. Every time when I was in Turtles, and this is when we were in Forlorn Hope, and he would pop in every once in a while. And as soon as he'd pop in for an op, he was always on at op start. And the reason why is he would want to plan out, hey, let's free snipe this base. Let's free snipe that base. His plan was always to free snipe something. It was funny. Yes, I am in touch with Turtle. I talked to him, I want to say a week ago or something, or 2 weeks ago, something like that. He's doing good. I think last I heard, he's on a trip right now. He was doing some crazy traveling. He was in New York. That's where he met up with Huda and DP and Tony Two Touch and Danny Snacks and all those guys. You guys saw on the streams, that was during the last crab. And then he jetted off from New York to Vegas and had some fun there. And then I think now he's in, I could have sworn, like somewhere in Asia or something like that. So he's kind of jet setting the globe right now. He's a busy guy. But he's doing well. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. So we've done Outworks next. Okay. KFG. This seems familiar. Who is this?
This is KFG.
Okay, this guy used to be in Grizzlies.
Yeah, he did, and he was also on Lions.
Awesome.
And then he went on break for a long time, and then we found him hiding in wolves. So we were like, hey man, why don't you come back? And so he did.
Yeah, I remember this guy being a really good player.
Yeah, he is. He's a beast.
Awesome. Oh, Turtles flying home now. Okay, awesome. Well, tell him to get Wi-Fi on the plane and tune into the stream. This is beautiful.
Yep, it is.
Oh, this is really nice.
Keep shocking.
But it was really aided by... Oh, wait, did I... Do I have the right op?
Yeah.
I thought you guys did a setup hit on Outworks. Oh, no, that was the guy who was hitting live.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, this does not look like the same Outworks that we saw earlier. Okay. So I was throwing my own self off here. Okay.
There were no rocket launchers or cells or anything on the bottom left. So
okay. So a little bit easier hit. Turtle left Shanghai at 2:41 a.m. It's in. Geez, I was gonna say, Tom, are you setting his itinerary now, buddy? But no, it's in regular chat. So okay, awesome.
And pulls off a double hack resmoke here.
This is beautiful. And he has gunboat energy, so the hacks are still continuing to go, even though he's out of... Oh, no, he's still got an extra boat or so of troops here.
Yep.
What's he going to do now?
It's clearing some mines, I believe.
Okay, so he intentionally just deployed 7 boats because he knew he can get the left shield generators without them all, and didn't want to mess with that hack bug that the guys on Strat previously dealt with. And so this is really smart. That was beautiful.
Yeah, perfect open, I would say.
Yeah, that's awesome. Tom's like, nah, I just read a lot. Cassell says sick hit. Shish says Shanghai. Yep, he's out in Shanghai, so that's awesome. He's probably passed out on a plane. All right, so that was KFG opening that up. And who is this?
This is Knoll.
All right.
You read that number 4 as an A.
Okay, that makes sense. So he's kind of doing a play off the, a lot of our times do whatever for life, and so he's kind of doing it in his name as well.
It wasn't like that at the beginning. He had a name change on this account, and
okay,
they changed his name, and I suggested it, and then someone else pointed out that okay, we're still doing that 4Ls thing. I was like, oh no, that's not what I was thinking, but.
This is awesome. So now he flares to the lowest shield generator and takes that out, because that's usually the last one to go. So we want to make sure that goes first.
Yep.
And now he's just going to let them clear with just 2 shocks on the defenses. So this is nice. And the shock launchers and the rocket launchers all targeted the critters. Wow, that was beautiful. I've seen so many people panic after they run out of that second round of shocks.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, he pulled that off very nicely. Man, you got some pros hitting this outworks here. This is beautifully done so far.
Knoll is one of my co-leaders as well, and he is also now playing in Angry Lions.
Awesome, that's great.
He went through Assassins for a few weeks, and then Big W took him into Lions.
Awesome.
And he is probably one of the best planners I have had on the team. He is really, really smart. It's a pleasure to have him.
Awesome. And this hit was perfectly executed. So now none of these lower rocket launchers are in range of the rush. And wow, these first 2 hits on outworks were perfect.
Absolutely flawless.
Okay, so Cassell says, I can never do that because leave 1 shield generator behind equals 1 wasted hit. Absolutely, I agree. Jeremy Jacobs says that was a downright intelligent hit. It was perfect. Man, you can't do that any better. All right, so outworks again. Let's see who's. I was looking past it. Next hit takes it down. Outworks in 3. This is perfect. So who is this?
This is Neil.
Okay.
He's from England.
Okay.
He's been with us for a long while. He is also in Assassins, but he decided to stay on Sparrows as well. He's playing on Sparrows and Assassins.
Awesome. Okay. So
and he is doing absolutely great. He's turning into a beast for sure. He was on Sparrows from the start, and when we started Sparrows, we just filled it with players. I mean, not everybody was actually ready, because I took in anyone who wanted to help out. And he was one of those first guys who wasn't actually ready at the time, but he definitely is now. Awesome. He's made a tremendous journey.
Wow. So this guy, this was a 1.4 million?
Yeah, something like that.
Something around there. And he murdered this core. He would have got easily 2 mil on this.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, so this was absolutely a perfect outwork set from you guys. Awesome. So Neil says he's from Scotland.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. I remember that now. Scotland. Sorry, Neil.
Neil, that was a pro finish. Man, that was a really impressive outwork set. That was nice. Yep. All right, so what do we have left? We've got to be running out of bases here.
We have a green court.
Okay, is this the last base?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay.
And it was Knall again who started it out.
Oh, this is ugly. All these rockets down low here.
Yep.
But thankfully, you only have the 2 on the left side, so that's...
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So we were like, how are we going to play this one?
So you
starting
use 2
out
boats
a
to
bit.
essentially take out the Doom Cannon. You can just bomb that out real quick.
Yeah.
Nice.
And now you're going to see kind of a Knall special on the right side.
Oh, that's one. Okay, so he's got 4 boats Azukas. And he's going to go get the right gen. Oh, thanks, Bartman. Appreciate you stopping by. Neil is from Scotland. Tom? He's the guy who just took down Outworks. And he's in the chat. So Tom's traveling your way, Neil.
Look now, Dave.
Okay, so he's got this. What the hell? Oh my God!
Flash
He
killed
didn't
it.
he didn't even shock anything. That was nice. I've never seen anyone do that.
No, and you can on the lower health green court, you can almost always flash kill it with like 3 or 4 boats because you get 2 shots off.
Oh, that's so awesome! I didn't know that. Wow, this is
Saves a lot of
pro hit. Oh, was he out of gunboat energy? Didn't have the last hack?
Something weird happened there because he did hack and he did flare, but the hack didn't go off.
Oh, I wonder if like she did like a critter poop or something.
I think so.
Sometimes that happens. Hi, babe. All right, so now he's gonna deploy 2 more boats here, and he's gonna go for this beach shield generator. 3 shocks, and he's gonna nicely pull this off here. Wow, the planning on this hit. Now he did hack the 1 rocket launcher to make these 3 an easy shock.
Yeah,
okay.
And he wanted that last one because it reaches the Zugas, but he was able to shock it anyway. So
yeah, no, this is nice. Wow, this guy's impressive. Okay, so let's so that was green court open. Kopi.
Yeah, this is the guy we saw hit live.
Okay.
Steve.
Absolutely, Jeremy. Absolutely. So Jeremy just said, it's great hitters like this that make the Angry family so dangerous. Great hits and even better planning. Yeah, you can tell Knall has... I probably said that wrong, but it is what it is. And okay. You can tell he puts the time in and plans every aspect of his hit. I mean, this is really impressive watching him hit. This is, I mean, I'm blown away. This is nice. Okay, so Kopi's he had a range. No, he's gonna have to shock. Wow. Okay, so he's gonna go for these 2 rocket launchers and the boom cannon. Is he gonna get the shield generator as well? What's he doing here? Okay.
And the reason we decided to take those rockets with the Zukas is because we still want to hack on the beach. to make the rush easier.
Okay, that makes sense. And so what's he going to do with this? Is he going to just kind of clear the bottom left-hand corner? Oh, no, he's... Okay, never mind. I thought he might be clearing the mortar and the flamethrowers or something, but he's going to go for these mortars here.
Yeah. And one thing, he flared there, and that's actually not necessary. You can just put the flags there, and the Zookas will walk to that spot. So
yes, absolutely. But what I do like is he had no... Usually you flare on a back cell back here. I think it's like 2 cells up. But he didn't have that, so he had to actually time this to make sure most of his Zookas stopped, you know, in between all 4 of those mortars. So, and he executed this. This is great. Although I don't like... Ooh... I was going to say, I do not like that flare spot because he was too close to the laser beams. He should have flared out, you know, left a little bit more. But is this one Zooka going to take it down?
I don't think it is.
Is Tiffany going to do some work here?
He's waiting here, hoping.
Okay. Now he's still got... Okay.
So he's still got Everspark.
Okay, so he pulls off 2 hacks, and that's probably all he had gunboat energy for. You know, it was still a really good hit. It still hit pretty much everything you needed to. This is good stuff. Okay, so who do we got next?
And after this hit, I believe we closed Green Court.
Okay, that makes sense because you had a tight op, so you had to make sure, you know, Titanic and Waterloo and Chimera and all these other bases went down first. So that's a good call.
And next up is Angry Dragon.
Oh, so Tom visited a company called Logitech. That's actually, I just bought a Logitech mouse yesterday. All right, so this is Dragon. So tell us about Dragon real quick.
Dragon, I believe he's a former crab, and he's a really good hitter, and he was also an Assassins now, and decided to stay on Sparrows with 1 account. Unfortunately, I don't know too much about him.
That's okay. No problem. All right, so he does the 1 hack. Now, I'm going to pause this real quick. He didn't try hacking this rocket launcher. Ooh, that makes me nervous. I guess we'll have to see your rush, because that to me looks like a few Zookas might peek into that range there.
You will see.
All right. Okay, so he does a double smoke. He does not want to peek here. You peek here, you're done.
Yeah.
Now, he used a couple shocks. I don't think he needed to, but maybe he was just... I mean, this is the second to last hit on the op. He was just probably being safe. He's just probably like, I'm just going to shock everything I can just to be safe.
Absolutely. I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, absolutely. Not on this tight of an op. I would say normally you don't need to, but if you're the second to last hitter on an op and that shield generator has to go down, you do what you have to do to get it down. So this is good. So he's going to take some of your cells. And he probably needed those 2 cells to be able to afford another flare.
I think so too.
Yeah. So he takes that down and then he retreats because he knows you need all the cells you need to finish this off. So awesome hit. This is a great setup hit. Absolutely fantastic. Okay. So the last hit on the op. 25th hit. How close were you to op end on this hit, by the way?
I think 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh. So 5 minutes
I started planning.
That is all the pressure in the world right there. 5 minutes left on the op. 25th hit. You either win it or you fail it. I mean, this is a lot of pressure.
Krusty Live, Green Court Rush. Get out of there.
Oh, okay. Get out of here. Krusty's going live. Did he say it? I told him to say it, but he didn't say it. Dang him.
I think he tried to sneak it in.
Hopefully he's still farming cells or something.
It's creeping up on the rush now. You're going to make it.
Okay, I'm just going to zoom into the... Oh, this is awesome. Okay, so we caught him mid-smokes, so we're good. All right, so this is Krusty live. This is not the op we've been streaming. This is actually live happening right now. He failed to tell us that he's going to hit, but we caught him mid-hit, so great eye there. And let's see him pull this off.
Yes! Oh no, Brick died. Come on, come on. Yes!
Okay, so my lag is way behind his. All right,
sorry.
He just now popped the core on mine.
Oh, awesome, Krusty.
Krusty, great job. We gotta give him a crowd goes wild on that one. Awesome. Okay, great job, Krusty. Krusty live takes down Green Court in the current live op. Okay, so now we're gonna go back. Oh, that was this op. 3 days ago. So Chimsei is you. 6 GE, 4 troop damage. This means Sparrow, right? In like Vietnamese or something like that, right? Isn't that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Okay.
And I started looking at this rush with like 15 minutes left, and I hit attack with 5 minutes left. And when you start planning this rush with 15 minutes left on the op, you're not going to be very comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. All right, so we're farming cells here. Going to need, a good chunk of them to be able to pull off all the shocks. And then you might even need a second battle order or something like that here too.
I don't think it was that high. Maybe 1.3 million on the core or something like that.
Yeah, that's about right.
And I'm eating 30 cells or so it goes down by another 150k or something.
Exactly. Oh no, you're gonna peak here. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh, we got a peak. Oh, and what about that lower right rocket launcher? There that is. Okay. Oh, you were definitely in that lower right rocket launcher range.
I lost delay on all the laser beams.
But you shocked early, like a pro. Still
luckily
takes you down. Nicely done.
There was a lot of pressure on that one.
Wow. That's awesome, man. Congratulations to you. That's a big time hit with all that kind of pressure on you. Awesome.
My heart was absolutely racing after this one.
I bet. Is that where you go hit the pub afterwards?
Yeah, but I didn't. It was like, what was this? I think it may have been Saturday. I don't know. Okay. Whatever. Should have hit the pump.
Awesome, man. So Krusty said I didn't want to say I was hitting. Oh, man. All right. Yeah, we caught you. Great hit, buddy. So Jonte, is there anything else you want to say about your team? We went through all 25 hits. The op log is looking great. Seems like you guys are overall doing fantastic. So is there anything else you want to add before we wrap this up?
Oh, well, the Angry family is truly the best place to boom. So those of you who aren't in it, you should join us because it is truly the best place you can be. It is a great community.
Absolutely.
You make lots of friends here.
Krusty says, you can see where I learned how to hit green court. It's awesome. Thank you, Beaver. Thank you. Cell says a few breezes made it the op really tight, but you guys got it. So nice work to Sparrows. Yeah, this was awesome, man. This was really nice. So unless there's anything else, unless somebody else is going to hit live, I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up. And thank you guys all for tuning in. If you guys haven't already, please give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Now that I've figured out how to add co-hosts on, we're going to try and get some more co-hosts on here for future streams. And Jonte, is there anything else you want to say?
No, I think I said it all. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. It was a pleasure.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. And we are going to be signing off. Dave and Jonte are out.